Sleep deprived. We're reading Reddit today, baby. We're reading Reddit.
I love Reddit.
We got our workhorse, Moist, our little Australian boy, to go through the depths of Reddit and read out all these awful, awful stories for us. So we're gonna decide if you people are assholes.
He's a man.
He's a little Australian boy. Let's do the first one.
So Moist read these.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Okay, just
That's
check.
what I said. That's what I said.
And all these,
Okay.
all these, am I the assholes are people from our Patreon, right, guys?
No. This is Reddit.
Am I the arsehole if I divorce my husband for not wiping his butt?
Yes.
Yes,
Panda, have you ever been married? This might be about you.
a few times, yeah. And you know, that's funny. That's actually how it ended.
Husband recently started saying that he's not going to wipe his butt anymore after using the restroom. It got into his head that alpha males do not wipe, therefore he is no longer doing it. For the past 2 days, he's been walking around everywhere telling guys, alphas don't wipe. He's very serious about not wiping and he's not listening to reasoning. I don't know what to do and I fear that this might be the start of the end of our marriage. How do I convince him to wipe?
Wow.
You can't.
The solution is you don't. He's an alpha male, and you gotta let him be an alpha male.
I think you need to sigma up and you need to wipe for him.
Yes.
Or join him and do it better. Like, what? No wipe even harder. Maybe don't even clean yourself. Go like alpha female.
I mean, yeah, the essence of man is competitive by nature, so if you compete with him, he'll feel intimidated.
You always get outdone by females
That's not true. No, it's... When?
right now.
What are you doing to outdo me right now?
I owned you.
You did not own me. You didn't
Yeah.
even pwn me.
Oh, I definitely pwned
You
you.
definitely did not pwn me, because owning is the first step to pwning, okay?
I can tell that you're rage facing right now. I know you're doing the pho.
Okay.
And- yeah.
iPhone, iPad, I pwn, I slap.
Shit.
Get out of here.
I'm feeling a bit of ponage coming
Nope.
from
No
Astro's
ponage.
direction.
I'm not being pwned right now. I'm not being
You're
pwned.
being
The
pwned.
comment section totally agrees. Next one.
Am I the arsehole for using AI on a personal birthday text? I, 35M, sent my GF.
Your girlfriend? To send a text to your girlfriend on her birthday?
And you're 35. You said he's 35, right?
Yeah.
He's 35 years old. He needs an AI to write out "Happy birthday, I love you, honey."
Maybe he's busy, guys.
What busy with
I mean,
what?
we've all been there.
Busy not wiping his ass.
Every male in all of these stories is just the same guy with a different person.
I think that's my new headcanon. It's just they're the same person.
I, 35M, sent my GF, 31F, a birthday text message using DeepSeek, and she called me out on it because she said it was obvious that I used AI, but I told her it was to help me amplify my message. Her response to me was that it was not personal because it came from a bot rather than my heart, but I explained to her
Yeah.
that I'm the one who told DeepSeek what to write. I think she's wrong. I couldn't be the one who's wrong. Am I the arsehole?
No.
Yes.
That ending just sounds fake to me. I can't be the one that's wrong. This is just rage bait, right? This is rage
I think
bait.
all of these are that way. But Redditor, don't feel bad. Panda uses DeepSeek before he says anything on our show.
Yes.
Panda, what's the weather today?
We gotta give him 10 seconds to put
Oh,
in
yeah.
the prompt.
Yeah. It is currently 58 degrees. Everywhere.
Am I the arsehole for throwing popcorn at a movie texter? I purchased tickets a week in advance to a showing of The Lion King this past Sunday, and to say I was excited is an understatement. I've been waiting 25 years to see this movie in theaters again. Just prior to the climax, the woman in front of me pulls out her phone and starts texting. I had a gut reaction and grabbed a handful of popcorn and chucked it at her. She quickly turned around and yelled, "Did you just throw something at me?" I responded, "Yeah, put your phone away." She scoffed at me, looking disgusted. "It's an emergency." About 5 minutes later, she grabbed her young child, yelled at me again, and stormed out of the theater. I enjoyed the rest of the movie in blissful, phoneless peace until she ran back in during the credits to grab a forgotten blanket and yell at me again. Her argument is that I should have asked her nicely to put her phone away. My argument is that not using your phone is an unwritten rule of movie theaters. If you break that rule, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. Am I the arsehole?
You have anger issues. My first idea would not be to throw the popcorn. I'm fat. I need to eat it. I need to eat it.
I think this says a lot about your financial status if you can afford to throw popcorn away.
So you think this is more
True.
commentary on class differences?
I think this is a class commentary. I think, the rich bourgeois throwing the popcorn. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've all felt that way, right? When someone is just disturbing the movie on their phone.
Yeah, when I'm out in my limo, I roll down the window and I crumple up $100 bills and I throw it at pedestrians' faces.
No, you don't.
You're right. I don't have enough money. Maybe you do.
No, I invest my money wisely is what I do. Okay? And
They're-
with Trump
they're
in
taking-
office, that economy is going up. All right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
So, what do you think of that 25% import tax on cars now? You like that?
There's always been tariffs on cars. That's why Chinese EVs are fucking killing us and we have no idea. I found a YouTube channel the other day called Wheels Boy, which is like some Midwestern guy who just speaks perfect Chinese and lives in China now. And he speaks perfect Chinese and it's car reviews. And none of them I've seen before. And they're all cooler than what we have.
I like the BYD.
The BYD?
The BYD.
No.
No, like the seal. I like the seal.
What seal?
The BYD seal. Like arf arf.
I just don't think the guy's the asshole.
Can we play that again? Run that back again.
We're going to play that throughout the whole video now.
If you're the asshole, you get an arf arf.
My favorite Chinese car is the Han Bao Bao.
Han Bao Bao? I like the Lao Gan Ma.
That's my second favorite.
I like the Zhao Shan Hao Zhong Wo. So why Bing Chilling? Wuhan Shui Bing Chilling.
That's the ice cream truck.
Yeah. There was one where the seats, it was a minivan where the seats fucking rotated to face the back.
Whoa.
Yeah. The little white boy is like, in the West, buying a minivan is a sign of giving up in life. But in China, they do things differently.
He's so right.
I love him. I love him. I love Wheels Boy.
Shout out Wheels Boy.
Shout out Wheels Boy. Yeah, no, yeah, you're kind of an asshole for throwing the popcorn. I would have used my words first.
You get an arf arf.
I disagree.
Okay, this one is furry.wav.
Oh, no.
Am I the arsehole to be mad at my friend for creating a fursona out of my cat?
Oh,
It's weird to do it without asking,
yeah,
probably.
that's super strange, actually.
They show up to your house like just in a fursuit of your own animal.
Maybe it's harmless. Maybe it's harmless. Maybe it's cute.
Maybe it is harmless, but also, let's be real. You're making a fursona to commission art of it getting fucked, right?
Well, not always.
Right?
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No, sometimes it's pregnant with stink lines.
Yeah.
You don't understand, man. Your cat was begging to become a furry.
Or it's got like a big round belly and it's just rubbing it and it goes, oh.
Yeah. And it starts
Oh.
jumping
Yeah.
down and goes boing.
I ate so much today. I'm gonna gain 2.5 pounds after this meal.
I'm gonna gag.
Scale.
I had such a tough day scratching your furniture.
Ew.
Dude, that's too far, Mika. I don't think they're that weird. All right, let's see the whole story here.
His friend is a furry. He's pretty well known in the local furry community,
No, what do you mean, the local furry community?
and his persona has 5k plus followers. I'm not a furry myself,
Okay.
but I respect the creativity and the hustle. I also have a cat. This particular friend loves my cat, and often bemoans the fact that he can't have a cat himself due to his father's allergies. For the past few months, he's been working on a big secret project and won't even give me a clue as to what it is. He's been building it up on his Twitter too, saying that a surprise is coming for his audience. Then, last week, he finally sent me a picture of his project. He has commissioned an overseas fursuit artist to create a brand new fursuit for him, and the fursuit character is my cat. At first I thought he was joking, but when he started excitedly gushing about it, I realized that it's real. He's actually paid someone over $6,000 to create a custom fursuit that looks exactly like my cat. Right down to her markings, and he's named the
crazy.
fursuit after her too. I got mad at him after that. I think it was just the shock of seeing what he had done. But then he got mad at me, because he sees it as a huge compliment, and he spent a lot of money on it. But I just wish he had consulted me first. I feel uncomfortable with it, and I'm mad at him, but I can't really put my finger on why. Am I the asshole after he spent all that money? Am I gatekeeping my own cat?
No, bro. Hide your cat from that person.
Here's what you do.
Hide your cat.
Here's what you do. You make a fursuit of one of their family's pets.
Make a fursuit of his dad. Or you get his dad to fuck you.
Yes. And then you can be like, I fucked your dad every time he brings up
fucked your dad, dude.
But make sure you record it and film it and post it online.
Yes, for his 5,000 followers.
Dude,
Like-
I love LARPing as your dad at the YIF convention.
Oh yeah, here's my fursuit. It's your dad. I call this one Robert.
Oh, I just like $6,000 for a fursuit that seems like a crazy amount to me.
Of
you
your
know?
friend's cat.
Of your friend's cat, yeah. I mean,
I
I'm just
mean-
more concerned about the monetary thing. Like we're kind of pissing that money away, aren't we? Put that into the S&P 500 under Trump's economy. That's turning into 5,000 real quick.
Well, Schlatt, I actually commissioned a fursuit last week.
Did you?
Yeah, of Jambo.
I actually commissioned one too, Astro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Of who?
of your father. Of Patrick. This one is titled Googly Eyes. Wave.
Am I the arsehole for putting googly eyes on all of the family photos in the house?
That seems lighthearted enough.
That's a good prank. That's
Yeah.
a good
Lighthearted
prank.
fun.
Surely there's no bad intentions here, you know?
Unless if it's your dead grandma. If it's your dead grandma, that might be fucked up. If it's your dead grandma, who's dead?
Dead grandma.
Dead grandma. Dead.
Okay, let's stop talking about that.
Dead grandma.
Every time you say dead grandma, it makes me more and more angry with the man who is running for New York City mayor.
Dead grandpa. Dead grandpa.
So here's the thing. I have a strange sense of humor and absolutely love pranks. So I, 23M, recently ordered googly eyes in bulk and decided to have some fun. I put googly eyes on every family photo there is. This includes my grandparents, wedding photographs, baby photos, and even pets. When my parents and siblings saw me place these googly eyes, they all reacted differently. My mother found it funny the first time, but after 5 days, she was very irritated. My father couldn't care less. My sister laughed out loud and took selfies with them, and my brother was furious. He said I was ruining precious memories. My grandmother, who's in her 80s, was the one who overreacted. She had a strange bond with family photos, and there was a frame of her parents that was especially emotional to her. She saw the googly eyes, started yelling, and asked me to remove them from the picture immediately. In my hurry to remove the googly eyes, I knocked the portrait out of the shelf, but it fell on the floor. The glass broke, and the frame was dented. She was distraught.
that's why
and my
they're
entire
mad.
family is furious with me now. They said the prank went too far, and I didn't respect the roots. I apologized to her and offered to replace the frame, but they're all still upset. Am I the asshole?
Yeah. Yeah, you should be killed now.
You're the winking asshole.
I mean, it was an accident. It was an accident.
It was an
I mean,
accident.
let's be real. The anger is not from the googly eyes. It's because you damaged a family heirloom.
It's because you're an incompetent fool.
Yeah. And I'm gonna fuck your dad.
Yeah, we're all gonna fuck your dad, Redditor.
I bet he's hung like a horse.
Okay, I'm noticing like a theme. Like Mika went arf arf, and now you're neighing like a horse. This is like we're basically like capitulating to the furry audience at this point. Like, can we get a meow?
Nope. Not gonna happen.
Can you mouth for the Patreon?
No. Maybe I'll do it when we hit 50,000 a month.
Okay, 50,000 a month. Schlatt will meow.
And we can put that on the tier thing on the Patreon, so when you scroll down, it says 50,000 schlatt meows.
No. I'm not doing 50,000 of them. I'm
One
doing
meow for
one.
every Patreon.
Here we go. Memer.wave.
Oh God.
Am I the asshole for angrily telling my boyfriend to stop saying memes out loud? In front of my tech illiterate parents. My boyfriend and I have been dating for about 8 months. I love how sweet, kind, and sensitive he is. That being said, he always gets incredibly nervous around my parents, even though they're extremely easygoing. Usually he says memes out loud once in a while. I thought he was just using them ironically. I don't know if he got nervous or if he wanted to make a good impression, but he repeatedly said memes out loud and explained them to my parents as a way to keep the conversation alive. This happened well over 3 times during dinner, and I was mortified. My dad was talking about his friend who was in the hospital battling the virus, and my boyfriend explained him the whole press F to pay respect thing. My parents didn't interject, so he said, Pikachu shock face destroyed 1,000.
This is so bullshit. This is the biggest piece of bullshit I've heard.
What the fuck you mean? He said Pikachu shocked face.
They put down the Thanksgiving roast to the table. He's like, Pikachu shocked face. By the way, Miss Casey, Pikachu shocked face came out in 2021. It's this meme.
You
What?
are the voice of behind the meme. You'd be the.
Okay,
Is this
it's
you?
not behind the
is this
meme.
is this you? Know your meme? Whatever the fuck.
It's a freelance gig, okay? They're
It's
nice
a freelance gig, huh? Tell me, do you do the research about the meme?
people. No,
No?
no.
You just read it. What? How the
No, I
fuck
mean,
do
I
I
do-
get a job like that?
Who's to say this doesn't go further?
This isn't real, Mika. This isn't real.
You're getting defensive. What if this is Panda? It might be.
You're telling me this person actually saw somebody dying and was like, press F to pay respects?
Now that I think about it, you do that all the time.
You know what? You know what? You're right.
Let's figure out how this story ends.
I'd finally had enough when he said stonks and explained what it was when my dad talked about his business picking up again. I literally held his hand, took him to my room, and told him he was being stupid as fuck. I understand that he was nervous, but this behavior was honestly just bizarre.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stonks is crazy.
Stonks.
Moist, put it everybody liked that on the screen.
And then everybody clapped.
He goes into like the hospital room for the family member that's like sick, and he's like, well, it's like the fourth panel of Loss. And all the family members just look over at him.
And the family members are like, oh shit, what up?
Here come dad, boy.
Am I the arsehole for gaslighting people as pranks?
Yes.
No.
So this is weird. I was reading a comment section on a news website that said a certain politician was gaslighting. Curious, I googled it. Apparently, this is when manipulative sociopaths try to make people doubt their sanity by telling them false things happened or by telling them true things didn't happen, right? Here's the issue. I do this all the time. To coworkers, to friends, and to family. I find it funny, like a prank. Like telling my coworker our boss wanted to see him the next morning, and then when our boss tells him there was no meeting, I would convince him that I never said that. Or telling my girlfriend to get me Bluebell ice cream, then when she does, I'll tell her that I asked for Ben & Jerry's. Then when she gets me Ben & Jerry's, I'll tell her that I asked for Bluebell. Or calling my friend and asking him where he's at, pretending we had plans and we're going to hang out all day, when in reality, no such plans existed. I told this to all my online friends, and they say that I'm abusing people, whereas I think this is just a standard bait and switch inside joke I have.
I like this guy.
Abusing
wow.
people.
I think it's going a little too far.
It is too far. Yeah, it's a little too far, but
Those don't seem like pranks.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's just ice cream.
This is the real life equivalent of like doing something and being like, it's just a prank, bro.
I feel like it's one thing to gaslight for like 10 seconds and be like, oh, I'm just kidding. But it's not to make your girlfriend go to the store. She comes back for you, like she got you something just for you. She took time out of her day to do that. And then you're just like, that's not the flavor I wanted. Like, that's just fucked up.
I just got a call. I just wanted to let you know your mom died. She's in the hospital right now.
You should go
you
see her.
have 5 minutes.
Drive over. But it's a hospital really far away. For some reason, they put her in one 4 hours from here. So you're gonna have to get in the non-EV.
gotta get a how bow bow.
Am I the arsehole for telling another employee the reason people don't like her is that she behaves like a walking, talking Reddit-y meme page? Laurie joined our team during work from home, and we only knew her through group chats, where she was funny, but mostly repeated popular internet jokes and memes. Once we returned to the office, I was excited to get to know her in person. She was even more awkward, mostly speaking in Reddit-style phrases. It's hard to explain, but stuff like oatmeal raisin cookies are the reason I have trust issues, and I don't trust people who don't like dogs, and all that doggo, papa, goo goo, gaga, pipple whipple, woo woo shit. Even older dated stuff like epic fail or but I am Lee tired.
Epic
That's what she
fail.
would say. One day in the break room, she was showing off her dog and kept saying, I don't trust people who don't love dogs. Look at my doggo, he's such a good little pupper. She turned to someone else and asked about their pets, and the girl said, oh, I have a cat, here's a pit. And Laurie just repeated, I do not trust people who don't like dogs. People started to avoid her. Later, she told me she was thinking of leaving because everyone at work was weird and kind of mean. I said to her, didn't you basically yell at Jenny because she has a cat? You went on some weird, awkward rant about people who don't like dogs. You think that could be part of the issue? She got quiet and said, well, there's something seriously disturbed about people who don't like dogs. It's not my fault. I don't make the rules. I thought for like 15 seconds and was like, well, fuck it. I don't think anything is going to get through to this one. I said, people don't like to talk to you because you act like a walking, talking Reddit meme page. Everything you say is a tired, regurgitated joke from the internet. It's weird. And of course, she started to cry. She left her lunch, went back to her cubicle, grabbed her stuff and left. She ended up taking a few days off, and when she came back, she was just quiet and didn't talk to anyone. I feel bad that she feels bad. But do I really have to? Am I the arsehole?
bullying just, I mean, it can set people on the right path, you know? I think we have a distinct lack of bullies in our society today,
Really?
especially in the schooling system, yes.
That's what you want to change about the education system? You should run on that. We need more bullies.
We need, like, office bullies. You know, like they hire someone just to be the bully.
Those exist already. It's the boss.
No,
woke
what?
virus.
I'm a good boss, right?
It's the employer.
Guys, I'm a good boss.
I thought we were partners.
I thought everything was equal.
You touched my shoulder longer than I wanted you to.
What happened to the licensed sleep deprived therapist? Like,
Well, he was DEI hire, remember? So we had to fire him.
Serial farter.wave.
It's me.
They're all you.
Am I the arsehole for farting on my dog? Earlier today, we're all in the living room watching TV. I'm laying down on the couch, and the dog is burrowed near my butt. I've probably farted on his head about 100 times at this point in life. Usually he likes it, but sometimes he doesn't. I don't know, I guess it depends on what I had for lunch. Today I had some tuna fish with egg, which was a few days old, and I think it started to go bad because I had a slight tummy ache. I ripped a real one, and it was pretty warm, so I already knew that shit was going to be rancid. In all honesty, I was initially worried it was more than just a fart.
I love this
Thankfully,
guy.
I was still dry.
No.
The dog got a whiff, and he immediately let out a noise that sounded kind of sad, kind of disgusted, and kind of disappointed in me. He then got up and ran to the corner of the room to lay down. My GF immediately chastised me about how disrespectful it is that I would fart on a dog's head like that. She keeps saying that it's a living being that deserves respect. If I knew I had to fart, I should have excused myself to the bathroom. I'm not going to get up and go to the bathroom to
Okay.
avoid farting on a dog. You probably get up to
That's
and follow me
ridiculous.
there anyway. This led to an argument that lasted for about half an hour. She brought up, what if we have kids? Would I fart on them too? If it's a baby, I'll move them. If they're old enough to understand me saying, I have to fart, and choose to still keep their heads near my ass, then I'm going to fart on their heads. She said she may need to rethink who she decides to have kids with, if I think it's
What?
okay to fart on any living creature. Who's the asshole here? Me, my girlfriend, or my dog?
Your girlfriend.
How dare you brap on a pupperino? That is just vile.
Oh, dude.
I would love any brappies on me.
Ew. Don't say shit like that.
Did you say brappy?
Brappies.
Don't say it with a big grin.
Brappies.
Ew.
No, I've done this before too. I farted on people or things.
What, like farted around somebody?
Okay, one time I told somebody to like get up, like I dropped something and I farted on their face.
What the?
First of all, as someone else said it perfectly, what the fuck? Second of all, you're the asshole. Your girlfriend is totally right. It's your damn dog. Have some respect for him. Dogs have a much more developed sense of smell than humans. If your fart stinks for you, just imagine him being farted on 2 centimeters of his nose. Just hold your farts when your dog is there if you don't want to move. OP responded with -30 upvotes. All my farts stink to me, but the majority of the time, he loves to sniff them right up. Probably reminds him of the good old days when I used to feed him a lot of table food.
Oh my god.
It's just some
That's
farts that seem to
horrible.
bother him. Streamer.wave. Uh-oh.
Am I the arsehole for telling my boyfriend that his dreams of becoming a successful streamer/content creator isn't going to work out the way he thinks? I'm a tattoo artist and piercer. I run my own business with a friend and have many employees under me. We're open 6 days a week from 1 PM to midnight. On top of setting up and closing your shop every day, I drive 45 minutes to work and then 45 minutes home each day. I get home past 3 AM almost every night, eat and then sleep for a few hours. We're busy constantly throughout the week. I only have 1 day off, and I usually end up spending it cleaning the house, cooking, or doing anything else that needs to be done. My boyfriend, on the other hand, is trying to become a successful Twitch streamer and YouTuber. He started around 4 years ago. He has a few dozen followers on both platforms, and usually has around 2 to 5 viewers for each stream. His life revolves around content creation now. He wakes up to stream, then spends all day streaming a game, and then uploads it to YouTube. The other problem with it is that in the 4 years he's been trying to do this, he hasn't worked a single job. He's unemployed. No single donation or any monetary expense has come from this endeavor. He literally does nothing but stream. He quit his floor manager job at Walmart to become this. I've talked to him recently about maybe cutting down the hours on his streams so he has time to do stuff around the house. He doesn't even eat unless I remind him when I get home late. Each one of these talks has turned into a fight between us. He'll get super defensive about it and tell me off. He tries to convince me that I don't understand his lifestyle and that I don't know how hard it is to be a content creator. He'll have a tantrum and go back to streaming to his community that supports him. The other day, I straight up told him his dreams of being a successful streamer or content creator of any kind were never going to work. He had another tantrum and promptly told me he wanted a break from the relationship. We aren't talking now and he was doing nothing but the same usual routine. Am I the asshole?
No, drop his ass. It makes you wonder how many people are actually in that same trap. I think I get a lot of emails for the weekly slap that are like, I really think that I should take a gap year and really try this content creation thing. It's like, no, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you can't like hold a job and do this on the side and grow a page, you're not gonna be able to do it full time.
Yeah, I think some real advice is that most people won't achieve their dreams, and you probably won't either.
And also, I'm gonna fuck his dad.
Yeah, and I made a fursuit of your cat.
Arf, arf.
Meow.
It sounded like Squidward when he became a
Meow.
Am I the arsehole for asking my therapist if he took a dump? I've been in therapy for about a month because I'm struggling with a few personal issues. We've been doing therapy via Zoom and telephone. My therapist is a nice guy and I feel that he's been helping. We had a session yesterday and he asked if we could use the phone rather than Zoom because his connection wasn't good. I agreed. About a third of the way through the call, I heard a fart. A really loud, unmistakable fart, and I know it came from his end. I was kind of shocked, so I just kept talking, but then a couple minutes later, I heard some more unmistakable sounds. It literally sounded like he was taking a shit while we were on the phone. I heard the water plop. At this point, I'm disgusted and annoyed and said, "Sorry, but are you taking a shit while talking to me?" He got all flustered and denied it. I said, "I heard you fart, and now I hear plopping noises. I'm not an idiot." He kept denying, and I said it's fine, but I don't want to listen to you taking a dump, so I hung up. He didn't call back. I got an email today saying we need to reconsider therapy at this time because of my behavior. What? Was I really out of line for that? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills when he was the rude one. Am I the arsehole?
Can't ask anyone a simple question anymore.
And you can't tell jokes anymore either.
It's true.
With the woke left mob.
Those are the real bullies. But you should have asked if it smelled good.
Okay, next.
Am I the arsehole for blasting copyrighted music anytime somebody tries to TikTok or video on the bus or train I'm on to get them strikes? I've done this at least 6 or 7 times, but the most recent
That's
time made me
awesome.
curious. So some girl, a few days ago on a bus I ride regularly, had her friend take her phone and started recording for TikTok, and I quickly started playing Disney music, then asked them to stop because I don't really care for being recorded. She lost her shit, yelled at me, called me an arsehole, and told me to turn the music off, and even tried to get me kicked off the bus when I refused. I turned it back on every time they tried to record, purely to make sure they would get copyright strikes if they tried to upload. Am I the arsehole?
No, I think that's kind of awesome.
Content creation is just such a hard thing to do, you know.
Yeah.
It's just one of the things you got to roll with the punches if you're, doing this job.
We have really difficult lives.
Yeah, again, you should just tell her, just straight up, like, you're probably not gonna make it.
And I'm gonna fuck your dad.
Arf, arf.
And we're gonna fuck your dad in a mersuit of your animal pet.
Of your dad.
Of your dad. Fuck your dad. I'm gonna fuck your dad in a mersuit of your dad.
What is that, dude?
Meow.
Last one. Winner.wave.
Am I the arsehole for gambling half of my kids' college funds and winning? Okay, I know it sounds horrible, but hear me out. About a week ago, a group of friends and I took a trip to Vegas. The casinos have just reopened recently, so we decided to check it out. It'd been over a year since I last gambled, and I really wanted to gamble. Any other gamblers out there will get it. I didn't want to take away from the house fund or from our grocery fund, so I decided that taking money from my kids' college funds would be the best option. One of them's 14 and the other is 11, so there's still plenty of time for me to get the money back before they actually go off to college. And I ended up winning. I kept all the money that I gambled, and I ended up making a profit. I called my girlfriend and excitedly told her the news. She asked where I'd got the original money from, but when I told her, she freaked out. She screamed at me, told me that she was going to tell the kids how immature I was, and hung up on me. I know it was a little bit irresponsible, but I don't really see the issue. If I'd lost the money, it might be a different story, but I won. I don't get why there's a problem. Now my kids have even more money to put into their college fund, and I got to gamble like I wanted to. It's been 3 days since that conversation. She hasn't responded to any of my calls. I'm getting really sick of reaching out to her when I don't think I did anything wrong. But my flight home is soon, and I don't want her to bitch about me not apologizing when I get home. But do I even have anything to apologize for? Edit. I don't think you guys get it. I only gambled about 30k. Now me and my family are all better off because of it. Don't you guys understand that I won? I accept my judgment, but I disagree.
What's the big deal? It's just $30,000.
Yeah, that's nothing.
He makes a good point. He did win. That's kind of hard to argue against. Like, he won.
And she's gonna tell the kids, but the kids are gonna be like, my dad really did all that for me.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What?
I just got perhaps the strangest scam text I've ever received in my life.
What's it
Really?
say?
It just says, "Which type of coffee do you like?" with a coffee emoji.
You should answer
Huh.
it.
Why?
Just see where it goes.
See where it
Just see
goes.
where it goes.
No, I'm good.
Send a picture of your bare asshole back.
Well, can you answer us here at least? Like, can you tell us?
I don't like coffee.
Gamer subs. Gamer subs for life.
Gamer subs for life. Code jschlatt. 10% off.
All Redditors are beautiful.
We all have our flaws.
Some more than others.
I have no sympathy for this guy's wife. He won more money. Like, this is not a problem. Yes, it would have been a reason to get upset if he lost the money, but he didn't. But he didn't, okay?
We need to ground ourselves in reality. And the reality is, this guy won big.
And in this world, there are winners and there are losers.
And you, sir, have won the internet.
I think of every single person we heard today as a panda.
Just me every day of the week.
Mika, I'm going to fuck your
I
dad.
guess,
I'm gonna fart in your face, Mika.
Mika, I'm gonna give you a hug. In a fursuit of your cat, Lefty.
okay, bye guys. Bye everybody.
Baba booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba booey.
Bye bye booey.
Check out our exclusive Patreon-only podcast at patreon.com/sleepdeprived. Thanks!